I heard you like plate racing. Well, a lot of people do because it is usually one of my most popular videos when I put up a plate race, especially from NASCAR 15. So before Indy 500 month, I've decided to do yet another plate race here at Talladega. We're using Bad Luck Sam, as I call him, aka Sam Hornish Jr.'s car, because he doesn't get an AI car in NASCAR 15 because he is so much of a hashtag Bad Luck Sam. We qualified pretty well at this track. Michael Waltrip qualified on the pole. Not out of the realm of possibility. He usually does well at the plate tracks. Gordon is second. Dylan is third. Hornish, a.k.a. me, is fourth. Danica is fifth. And then you can go down through the rest of the field and take a look at where your favorite driver is starting in today's race. And as usual in NASCAR 15, I'm pretty sure there's a driver who usually misses the race, so let me know who the driver is who missed the show. So let's get to it. Michael Waltrip is going to lead us down here at Talladega. Let's go 5 wide, 6 wide, and hopefully not end up in the big one here at Talladega. Alright, let's do it. The number 9 Medallion Bank car. This is probably like one of 2 videos on YouTube that actually uses this car in NASCAR 15, so get used to it. We're getting ready to go here in the number 9 car. And we are racing here at Talladega Super Speedway. Shifting up into 3rd gear. We're going to dive it off into turn 1 here. I'm not going to go for the lead quite yet, though the field is starting to spread out quite a bit. We're going to move to the bottom. We're going to hang Gordon out to dry, unfortunately. Sorry, Jeff. We had to do it. Actually, the top lane moved up with Gordon, so that's not going to help me too much. The controller is vibrating, so I've got a really good draft behind Danica Patrick. We're going to, boom, do a little bit of a slam draft there into turn number 3. And it looks like the MWR cars are really strong, as you can see. We're a little bit loose there. As you can see, Clint Boyer there in the 15, very fast as well. Looks like there's a 3-car breakaway. This looks like a NASCAR Heat Evolution race, not a NASCAR 15 plate race. There goes Edwards underneath with Allmendinger in tow. Daytona 500 champion, current Daytona 500 champion Kurt Busch. Oh, we're way to the outside now. Now I'm in deep doo-doo here. I'm gonna have to fall to the back. There's more MWR cars. Yes, sir. Oh, good grief. Oh, that is the Dogecoin car tandeming around me. Good grief. That was very close. He about ran me over about 20 miles an hour. And there is a tandem draft in this game, as you are probably well aware at this point. The Eutechnics system definitely was set up for the tandem racing of 2011. Ooh. David Gillen nearly wrecked me there. But it translates over to Gen 6 cars. We're going to make it 4 wide down to the inside underneath the Doge. And continue 3 wide. Oh boy, howdy. This is some insane plate racing, just like you usually get in NASCAR 15. Oh baby. That was close. We're already up to the front of the field as the pack has finally kind of come together. Yeah, that's a pack, all right. Come on, Josh Wise, push me to the front. And we're going to head into turn number 3 as the leader. Fantastic. So we take over the lead. Oh, Josh Wise just about spun me out there. There's Jamie McFlurry. Everybody go down and get a McFlurry. It's Jamie McFlurry. It's just, when you've got a guy who's driving the McDonald's car with a Mick in his name, you just have to do that. That is 4 wide for the lead. That is not what we want to be doing. I'm pretty sure we're 4 wide the whole way through the pack now. Boy, oh boy, this is, I daren't look back. I think I'll do it right as we get on the straight. Yeah, that's 4 wide. That is 4 wide, about 6 or 7 rows deep. Good grief. So yeah, that is a big wad of cars. That is the big one waiting to happen. There's actually been some cars that have lost the draft. Looking at the map there, There's actually quite a few cars that have lost the draft. So this is actually a pretty realistic plate race. It's insane in the lead pack, and then the smart guys are at the back, kind of hanging back there, waiting for this time bomb to go off, because he kind of realized it's going to very shortly. As we head off into turn number 1, once again, still maintaining the lead over the 3 Chicken Tenders car. There's Kevin Harvick to the outside. Unfortunately, this is not the Let's Play. Otherwise, I would try to get revenge on him. He took me out in the career mode race at Talladega. I'm gonna do the Pied Piper thing, Dale Jr. Block 100 lanes, make the race really boring. Oh, but Reagan got the better of me down to the inside. Can I use the draft to get around him? I can't quite pinch him down there, so I'm stuck in the middle. That's going to create some problems, I would expect. Thankfully, Recky Stenhouse got up behind me. It actually pushes me around David Reagan back into the lead. So we'll now block Stenhouse as best we can. I don't think he's going to really pass me around the outside. I'm a little bit wary of the top lane, but I feel like, kind of like in NASCAR Heat, the bottom lane is the best place to be. Again, still just 4 wide action the whole way through the pack. I'm going to keep David Reagan in the 3 Chicken Tenders car. He's always strong at Talladega, even in real life. So, oh, there goes Reagan to the outside. That was a mistake. We're going to hook up with our teammate, get the focus on the Smith field. And we got the Richard Petty cars leading this thing now, with Eric Almirola doing the pushing. And wow, they are fanning out 4 wide once again with Kyle Larson. They are 5 wide. I just saw Ryan Newman make a move to the inside, creating a 5 wide situation. Gonna block our teammate. Now Dale Jr.'s come up behind. This looks like an NR 2003 plate race. There's still 5 wide back there with Ryan Newman and others. In fact, Newman made that pass. He pulled that pass off. Oh, I almost got spun by the Pied Piper there. The Pied Piper of Talladega. We're still just trying to keep Dale Jr. behind. Oh boy. Now we are on the inside, and Almirola is actually going to pull that top move off. Can he do it? He's side by side with this. There's Gordon, who he hung out at the beginning of the race. And we're still 3 wide behind. Oh, good grief. You know, it's amazing that there has not been a crash yet. Again, I feel like I'm jinxing it, but, you know, sometimes you have to jinx these things. They're 4 wide for second place behind. There goes Gordon to the outside. Here comes the E for Everyone car, the Maxim car. Totally not a bikini magazine or anything. Okay, we are once again, we are just holding off 2 lanes there. It's all the small teams in NASCAR up here. Look at this competition. So we're going to block Jeb Burton all the way down to the bottom. Here comes the pole sitter, Michael Waltrip. He is making a big move down to the inside. Made up some positions there, but not all positions. If this race goes green the whole time, I think we may end up lapping people. Just the nature of this race so far. Oh, there is contact, and that's it. That's the big one. That is the big one. Oh, there goes one up car upside down. Actually, not as big as I thought it was going to be. Yep. Eventually, you can't block 4 lanes all day long, and I got turned by Jeb Burton, spun around backwards in front of the pack. That meant Cole Witt actually got upside down at one point. But pretty tame crash, actually. All right, making our first stop of the day. We're gonna be at the back anyway, so we're making a full service stop here. Fuel, tires, and repairs. We'll be back out and in competition, but at the back. So a group of 10 cars stayed out on an alternate strategy as we're coming back to the green. So there's 10 cars at the front of the field that are probably gonna have to pit by the end of this run here, as we're getting ready to go back to the green. Bobby Labonte just ahead, as well as David Reagan, who I don't think was caught up in that crash, but he's back here. In fact, Dale Jr.'s back here. Several guys who were running at the front of the pack are now running at the back of the pack, and Dale Jr. was a little bit squirrely on that restart. We got to try to maintain this lead pack. There will be some cars, I'm afraid, that will start to fall back. And Cole Witt is going very slowly through the middle of the pack. He was damaged in that crash and for whatever reason did not come into the pits to get repairs. So that's a guy running on the 5-minute repair clock rule, and he is just holding up absolutely everybody. You can see him back there holding up the field. We're underneath the beer wagon here. And we're in the middle. Almost. Well, he's in a Rusty Wallace paint scheme. I figure I almost try to flip him over there. Okay, so there are now 2 distinct packs forming up here. Oh, Austin Dillon very slow on the outside. Very slow on the outside. Now we're 3 wide in the middle between the Pilot, Flying J, Threat, Annette. Oh boy, that's another wreck. And we got turned in that as well. So yeah, I slam drafted Chase Elliott, turned him sideways right in the middle of the pack, took several other cars out, including the pole sitter Michael Waltrip. You can see me spinning backwards there. Big safer barrier impact. Keselowski's in it. Big old wreck. Alright, we will restart mid-pack this time. 18th position. Paul Menard is the leader. The race is about to get back underway here at Talladega. 13 of 37 complete. And we're green again. Some wheel spin from Tony Stewart. That may cause some problems. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully the pack doesn't get as split up as it got the last time. I feel like that kind of caused a little bit of backup there. I'm going to stay on the bottom this time. I feel like the cars that are going to go slow are going to end up on the top lane. Try not to slam anybody either. So Biffle is going to be the car we're going to follow here. We're going to try to bump draft him down the back straightaway and try to get him moving. We're 4 wide with Gordon going to the inside. And I guess Biffle really wants to go to the top. That's going to force us 4 wide. I didn't really want to be 4 wide, but we're going to be... Yeah, I understand it's not cool. I don't like being 4 wide. It's scary. It's frightening. Oh boy, howdy, that was close. Ooh. A little close there, a little close there. So now, in the draft of Denny Hamlin. Big time draft through the tri-oval. Slam drafting Hamlin. Because we're just carrying so much speed, but we're not able to really take advantage of it. Jeff Gordon now has moved down in front, kind of blocking my progress. I get on the throttle hard off of the corner. Try to shove him down the straightaway. It's not working, so let's use Biffle. Biffle and Chase Elliott are behind. They're trying to get a run. Now cars are pitting as well for some reason. I can't imagine why. Unless that's Cole Witt up there and he still hasn't come into the pits. It almost looks like a blue car. So is it going to be Cole Witt peeling off into the pits? He's one of them. Yes, it is Cole Witt. No, it's Jimmy Johnson. Well, I can't tell. I could not tell who that was. It may have been... No, that was definitely Cole Witt, because Jimmy Johnson's car does not look like that in this game. Never mind. Never mind. Actually, it does, but the AI cars never used the 2017 schemes. Or the 2016 schemes. As I almost smacked the wall off of turn 2 there. Now we're kind of just in between 2 packs, which isn't really an advantageous place to be. Kyle Larson is leading the race. I think the second place car is Michael McDowell. Now Clint Boyer is the next car to pass. We got the lappers coming out of the pits now. So where are they going to cycle out as we come around? Hopefully they don't LePage us, but it's always a possibility. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to come out with us, so are they going to LePage the field? That is going to be the big question here. And I think we're going to get around at least one of them before we get to the back straightaway. That's Cole Witt down to the inside. Actually, no, it is Jimmy. It is Jimmy. I made a mistake. And there's Harvick, and he is LePaging the field. Look at that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. And thankfully, we didn't end up in a big wreck there. But he still LePaged the field, so thanks a lot, Kevin Harvick. You are really sticking in my craw right now, boy. And now we're stuck on the outside, which is not the best place to be. It never really is. especially on these plate tracks. But it looks like the pack is now forming up again, as the front group is kind of split up a little bit, and that is allowing the rest of this pack to kind of make their way up. As we got the two Toyotas there. Ooh, as everybody's trying to move up a lane there. Let's see if we can't get a draft off of Keselowski here. Oh yeah, the controller's vibrating, so that's a good sign. And now I have to lift off because there's really nowhere to go. I had a huge run, but nowhere to go with it. Definitely, we're getting a lot of pack split up here. We're stuck in the second group here. And now we're 4 wide in the tri-oval once again. Typical Talladega, to be honest with you. 20 laps to go. We've still got a long way to go. Holy smokes. And on the outside, Ryan Newman in the out sucker hole there. Oh, 4 wide. That is a attempt to pass 4 wide. I'm going to bail out of it just a little bit there, because I felt like that was not going to go well. Ooh, look at the pole sitter Michael Waltrip just slink in there somehow. I don't know how he pulled that off. And we're 4 wide. I tried to block Truex all the way down to the bottom. Still 4 wide. Beating and banging off of Tony Stewart. Holy smoke, how did I pull that one off? I'll never know. Now we're starting to really catch this front pack as they've really started to split up. Kyle Larson's still maintaining the lead. And here we go. The pack's going to really start forming up here in the next few laps. Yeah, the spotter always encouraging. Uh-oh. It's a big wreck. So I'm trying to give the spot back here. I think they gave... Okay, I gave the position back. But that... not sure how that wasn't a wreck. I'm not sure how I got a penalty for it. There's just a lot of confusion in my mind right now. I don't know what's going on. And we've completely lost that front pack. So we're going to have to get back on it here. And really gain back some of that ground. Thankfully, we didn't completely lose the pack in that trouble. So that'll allow Chase Elliott there. And the fuel's almost out anyway. We're going to have to make a green flag pit stop regardless anyway. So not too bad right now. Everything is working as it should be. I'm trying to let Chase Elliott buy me so I can actually bump draft him a bit, try to get back up there, tandem if you will. But it's not quite working. However, the pack just immediately ahead is kind of slowing up because there's a lot of cars in the outside lane, which is not really beneficial to them. But they're actually going to... Well, I thought they were going to form up in a line. I was like, wow, that's a smart thing for the AI to do. If they just all formed up in a snake right now on the bottom, I think they would be able to catch that group out in front, led by Brad Keselowski. But right now, that's not what's going to happen. But this group is catching this second group. We're the third group right now. And we've just got to figure out a way get back up there. I'll continue to lead this group as best I can. And now cars are peeling off into the pits. So there may be some trouble here as they're 4 wide in that pack for some reason. I do not know why they're doing that. I feel like this may get ugly here. We'll see. No, it's just Michael Waltrip peeling off along with a couple cars from that first group. And that's going to hurt Gilliland quite a bit there. We'll dive in behind him, try to get that draft slingshot around. And they're still 4 wide in that pack up in front. Maybe they'll slow each other up a little bit and we'll be able to catch it back up. I hope so. And now Chase Elliott almost makes a move to the inside. I had to just keep him behind as best I could. We're actually formed up in a line here, this group, but now everybody's spreading out again. And I will have to... Yeah, he's starting to... The spotter's starting to whine about fuel, but we really don't need to worry about that for another maybe couple laps here. And that should be the last stop of the day. So as cars peel off, is there going to be trouble? Almost was. Danica Patrick and Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman all going very slow there. And there's still some cars. No, I think we can make it one more lap there, Spotter. I'm telling you, we can make it. And then we won't have to pit again. I think I'll also only do fuel only, so we may be in a really good position here. If we can stretch this fuel one more lap. Peel off and run only with fuel on board for the end of this thing, I think we are going to be in really, really good shape. The car is very slow there as they're all slowing up for the pits. We're going to go move to the outside this time, which is the only good place to be when there's these kind of pit lane shenanigans where everybody's peeling off into the pits. So this is going to be the lap we're going to come in. We should have enough fuel to make it. But you never know. I may have just completely ruined my race. And we're waiting. Looking at that fuel gauge, I'm a little bit worried about it. Yeah, I gotcha. Just gonna keep lifting off the gas. In fact, I think I can clutch it, right? Yeah. There we go, okay. So I clutched it. And clutch and coast now. Clutch and coast, clutch and coast. Okay, now into the pits. Just the clutch in. And down to the speed limit. Okay, no tires, just gas, to quote the movie Cars. It said 3 seconds we'll be in the pits here. Waiting on the fuel, and we are out. Out of the pits. So, coming up to 12 laps to go. And I believe, on track essentially, I'm the leader. So that is excellent. We're getting up to speed here. And it looks like the top 3 are in the pits. So we're going to cycle around to the lead. I don't even see any of the guys who are flying up behind, so I guess everybody else did full service stops. But we are kind of a sitting duck, unfortunately. So it means we may get passed by guys who are drafting more effectively than we are. Unless, of course, Carl Edwards, who is the leader, comes out of the pits just in front of us. We're going to have to wait and see on this one. As we come around at 185, significantly slower than we usually are here. Edwards is out of the pits, but we are going to take the lead here. And the commitment code's out there for some reason. But we pass Edwards and take over the lead of the Talladega race here. And we're coming up to 10 laps to go as well. So within 10 laps to go, we're leading this thing quite handily at the moment, even though there is a tandem combination going on back there, and it's the Penske teammates of Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano. But the 4th place car, as you will notice, is a teammate, Eric Almirola. So Richard Petty Motorsports versus Penske. This is the battle. 2 of the most famous teams in motorsports. Going to do battle here, but looks like there's definitely a pack forming up behind now, led by Brian Vickers, as the commitment cone is still out there. And we are going to get past. It's going to be a fight here at the end of this thing. We're still maintaining that gap to the Penskes, and then to the Michael Waltrip cars, along with my teammate who is in that pack somewhere. And it's definitely going to form up when they catch me. The pack is definitely going to form up, so it's going to be, this is going to be wild. They are definitely catching too. Look at that maintaining the gap. Boy, if the Penske guys were smart enough to keep tandeming, they would have already passed me, but they're actually forming up in that pack with Vickers and Almirola and others. We're coming up to 10 laps to go, I believe, this time by, as we pass Kevin Harvick coming out of the pits. So 10 to go. Don't know if I'm going to have to splash and dash at the end of this thing. It's possible. but maybe we can make it to the end. But if we can't make it, nobody else is going to be able to make it. So, as you guys noticed on the last stop, as the cars are coming up, when we splash dash, we come out on top. So I'm feeling pretty confident about where we are. Almirola has moved up to 3rd place. He's 2nd in that group. And here comes the beer wagon. Brad Keselowski coming up behind, and we're going to work with our teammate. Eric Almirola is right there. Coming up top. We had to block him. Now we've got 3 Fords behind. In fact, this whole group is Fords, I think. Yeah, it's all Fords. Holy smoke. This is like the old Roush Yates days, where just the Fords are the dominant car on the plate tracks. This is the 90s again. Of course, everybody else, all the young people, maybe not even the young people anymore, but the people remember the days of DEI and the dominance on the plate tracks. Well, before that, there was the Roush Yates power plants, the Fords, Dale Jarrett, and Ernie Irvan. Those cars were so powerful on the plate tracks. Kenny Irwin Jr. Kenny Irwin Jr. Ricky Rudd, and later on even David Gilliland was a part of that program. They were dominant on the plate tracks. They could be, and more cars are in the pits. Wow. I'm not sure why there's more cars peeling off and pitting. I guess different strategies. There's Michael Waltrip, who was the pole sitter, 41st place. Not a good finish for him. So we drive down the back straightaway, holding Trevor Bayne off now. Another one of the Fords up here running in this lead group. There is a lapper up in front. Okay, so we are still leading here at Talladega, side by side with Trevor Bayne. As here come the Penske cars. Bayne takes the lead. We are blocking Brad Keselowski. Trying to, anyway. Just keep him behind. Just keep him behind.
7 to go.
7 laps. To settle this one here at Talladega. We are coming up on a lap car. Not sure who it is just yet. Looks like maybe Greg Biffle. So is Biffle going to factor into this thing as more cars peeling out of the pits? And yes, Brad Keselowski, big draft behind. Trying to just keep him behind as best we can. Here is Michael McDowell. So he's going to hold up some cars, I think. Yes, he holds up Trevor Bayne and Joey Logano, and there is a yellow. That is going to screw things up big time. So Ricky Stenhouse, maybe I should call him Ricky Stenhouse again, gets turned just violently on the straightaway in major contact with the inside wall. So it may have been stupid of me, but I decided not to pit into the pits, or come into the pits. We've got the 43, our teammate, to the outside. We are leading this thing with coming up to 4 laps to go. Here we go. Green is back out, who did not get a terribly good restart, did not shift early enough. So we just kind of got to hold position here as the green is out. We are racing again. I'm going to go side by side into turn number 1. Trying to get to Eric Almirola, our teammate, who is leading this thing. I think we've got enough fuel to make it to the end as well, so not a concern there. Underneath McFlurry. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Uh-oh. Well, at least we got a yellow for that. Oh, good grief. Well, I got turned all the way down. You're not even going to see it. You're going to see me come back up the track and take a bunch of cars with me. Ooh, look at that. I didn't need to pit. If there ends up being a green-white checker, I'm just going to have to deal with it. It looks like Michael Waltrip may have fallen out of the race under that in that crash. So we're coming back to the green here. We're 19th position, ready to go back to the green flag. And we're racing again. Again. Easy for me to say. So behind Cole Witt, he was a part of the very first crash in this race. And now we get a big draft off of Martin Truex. Hopefully, anyway. We're up to the 3rd gear. And Can we pull off the victory here with 3 to go? Coming up to 2 to go this time by. We're 16th position. It's possible to win from back here. Can we do it? Getting a big draft off of the 78 car. And just trying to get to the inside of Clint Boyer there. Side by side. Beating and banging with Clint Boyer. That was a little bit close. Still side by side with Boyer. The pack is not forming up, which works to our disadvantage. 2 laps to go. We still continue to slam the side of the 15 car. Now a big draft off of Jeb Burton, heading down into the back straightaway here. The controller was vibrating for that run there. Here comes Menard down to the inside. Boyer moves to the middle. And now cars are pitting. Oh boy. So what is going to cause, is there going to be trouble? Where do we have to go to make sure we don't get caught up in any stupid stuff? As just one car into the pits, not sure who it was maybe Biffle. There's so many white and red cars in this race though, I can't tell. White is out. Racing for a top 10 here, maybe not much more. The pack is just not formed up properly to really take a run at it. We'll see. Slicing to the inside of Blaney, had to do that, and we pulled it off. Now to the inside of Edwards and Ty Dillon, who we haven't talked about all day today. Trevor Bayne leading the race. Here comes Chase Elliott with a big run to the inside. The pack is formed up now, but I don't think we're going to get to the back of even Justin Allgaier here for the end. So now it's just going to be maintain the position here with Chase Elliott behind. And he's going to wreck me. Somehow I saved it. Trevor Bayne wins. And we'll come home 8th. That's fine. So the results, Trevor Bayne won over Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch. We came home 8th. Not a bad showing, though. We led 11 laps and probably should have won this thing. Going down through the rest of the field, you can see where your favorite driver came in. Mike Lynette was the fastest driver in terms of a lap speed, and the only car out of the race is Michael Waltrip, who was the pole sitter. So he started first and finished last. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more exciting NASCAR content. So thank you guys so much for watching once again, and we'll see you in the next video.